Dear students, Jai Hind, very good morning. Welcome back. As you all know, we are discussing chapter number 6, Ratio and Proportion. So far, you have attended already 8 lectures in this particular chapter. And one more thing, in those first 5 lectures, we were able to cover the topic of variation inclusive of both direct variation and inverse variation. Then we moved to next topic, that is the topic of compound interest, where in lecture number 6, 7 and 8 you were given the complete idea regarding difference between simple interest and compound interest, and at the same time we also solved some of the examples based on calculation of compound interest. Either you have to compound the interest annually, or sometime we utilize the word semi annually, that means half yearly. This type of examples we have already practiced so far in our lectures. Now, dear student, today's lecture, as I told you, that compound interest can be calculated in 3 ways. Either it is to be calculated annually, or it is to be compounded half yearly, semi annually, 6 monthly, all are similar words. Understood? And in today's lecture, we are going to calculate those examples where interest is compounded, not semi annually but quarterly. This word you first need to understand. Let us first write the title of lecture. Okay, chapter 6, as you know, title of the chapter ratio and proportion. Okay, ratio and proportion. We are targeting specifically in this chapter, out of all the topic of compound interest. Okay, we are targeting this topic, and today we are taking lecture number 9. Okay, where we are going to solve examples based on calculation of compound interest when the interest is compounded quarterly. This word first you need to understand, then it becomes easy for you to solve the example need to understand the word quarterly. Okay, first let me explain you quarterly. You understood one thing, dear student. Quarterly, that means 1/4 of the year. Quarterly means the interest is to be counted at a regular interval of 3 months. You understood? That means, dear student, 1/4 will always be of 3 months. That means you can understand that 1 year has 4 quarters. You understood this because each quarter of 3 months. So obviously 1 year will have 4 quarter of 3 months. 4 quarter. Half year has 2 quarters. Understood? 2 year. Can you guess? 2 year has how many quarters? 1 year has 4 quarters, each of 3 months, as you know. Then 2 year will have 8 quarters. You can understand it now very easily. Okay, dear student? So first, before you start solving the example, the meaning has to be very crystal clear in your mind. Whenever interest is to be compounded quarterly, each quarter is of 3 months, that you can understand. Okay, by we will solve examples. Understand, but before solving the example, one thing has to be very clear in your mind. Quarterly means 3 months. You understood this? Let us take first example. Okay, the first one. What is the example is about? Let us write. Just writing the question first for you. Okay, what is the question? Fine. Please note down the question with me. Find. Okay. Compound interest. Find compound interest on. Please note down the question first. Find compound interest on rupees 1000 at 20%. Find compound interest on rupees 1000 at 20% for half year. Okay, for half year, or they may utilize the word for 6 months. You can understand it quite clearly, but the last caution word, if interest. If interest is compounded, if interest is compounded, this is an important word, quarterly. Okay, dear student, this is the caution word for you. If the interest is compounded quarterly, this word you need to concentrate on much about. If the interest is compounded quarterly, what changes we have to make regarding solving this particular example? First, you just note down the sum properly. Find compound interest on rupees 1000 at 20% for half year if interest is compounded quarterly. This word is very important. If the interest is compounded quarterly. Okay. Yes. Now, whenever, as I told you in our previous two lecture also, that whenever you come across the example to find compound interest, the last word is a highlighter of the sum. Either interest is compounded annually, different example. Either interest is compounded half yearly, entirely different example. And here interest is compounded quarterly, going to be entirely different example. Okay, what changes you will make in solving such example? Let us start. As you know, dear student, either interest is annual, half year or quarter, principal never changes. Okay, so let us write the principal amount. It is 1000 rupees. Okay, now dear student, please concentrate here. Rate of interest has been mentioned 20%, but you are going to count the interest quarterly. Understand? That means you have to divide the rate of interest by 4. Please mind, this is very important. In annual, you have to take the same rate of interest. In 6 months, you have to halve the rate of interest. Here you are taking 1/4 of the rate of interest, because quarterly means 1 year is divided into 4 quarters. So compound interest is calculated 4 times. You understood? 5%. And then, dear student, about n, you are going to count interest for half year. Can you tell Half year means how many quarters? 2 quarters. So my dear student, you will write not year, but the word will be 2 periods. Mind this. 6 month means 2 interval of 3 months, as you all know. Now let us write the formula. What is the formula for compounded amount? P into bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n. Okay. Let us substitute the values here. Principal amount is 1000. 1 plus rate of interest is 5 upon 100 raised to 2. Okay. Further cancellation, 5 1 ja 520 ja. So as a result you will get 1000 into bracket 1 plus 1 upon 20 raised to. Okay. Now dear student, previous 2 lectures you remember we have to take LCM. 20 will be the LCM. 21 ja 20 plus 1 21 upon 20. We further carry the sum here. 1000 into bracket 21 upon 20 raised to the power of 2. How you got 20? So this many practice of sum. Now the basic has to be very clear. 21 ja 20 plus 1 21. Because the power appears here is 2. So dear student, you will write 21 upon 20 twice. Okay. And let us carry on further cancellation. 2 zeros are cancelled. Okay. 2 5 ja 10. Further cancellation are not possible. 21 21 ja 441 into 5. Okay. 441 into 5. 5 1 ja 5. 5 4 ja 20. 2 carry. 5 4 ja 20 plus 222 upon 2 dear student. Either you cancel or whatever you want to do, that is up to you. But I always insist to bring the number 10, 100,000. The target is this one, that you may not perform any division mistake. Sometime it may arises. Okay, so you avoid this. Into 5. This becomes little more for you. 5 5 ja 25. Okay. 5 2 ja 10. 1 carry. 5 2 ja 10. 11. Just place one decimal. 1102.5 rupees. This is compounded amount we got. Let us calculate compound interest. Compound interest equal to, as you know dear student, A minus P, amount minus principal. Write the amount first. 1102.5 minus principal 1000. This turns out to be 102.5 rupees. Okay, just look at the sum before we practice one more example of the same type. And then one such example understood as an SL self-learning practice for you just now. But before that, you need to make your concept very clear in this. What is important in solving all these examples? The important is you need to read the last word. Whenever you are going to calculate interest to be compounded quarterly, you need to be very sure that the rate of interest given to be divided by 4, and whatever the time period is given, you have to be sure that this particular time period includes how many quarters. You understood? That way you need to be very sure about, and that's why I have cleared it in advance. Quarter means 3 months. That needs to be in your mind. Okay, you must have written the sum. Whenever you solve any example based on compound interest, please be sure that you must try to follow the proper steps mentioned here. Okay, let us go for one more example of the same type. Okay, where also you are going to count the interest quarterly. Okay, and then one I will give you just now during the lecture as an SLP. Okay, let us write the example first here. Okay, the second one for today. The example is like this. Let us write. Okay, find compound interest. Please note down. Find compound interest on rupees. Find compound interest on rupees 15625 at find compound interest on rupees 15625 at 6 16 percentage for 9 months. Okay, for 9 months, if interest is compounded, the most important word. Okay, if interest is compounded quarterly. Okay, very important word, quarterly. And always whenever you solve any example, this word or the method, this word always you need to mind. Understand? Annual, half year, half year sometime they also utilize the word semi annually. This word also you will come across sometime. 6 monthly, half yearly. Understand? What can be any? Sometime to confuse you, here they have written 9 months. They may mention to make you more confused that for the period of, understand, 3/4 of the year. Ultimately, dear student, when you speak 3/4 of the year, ultimately 9 months, so this way you can be you can be made confused by just a minor modification of the words. Understood? Okay. Be very conscious because after solving this example, one more example for SLP I will give instantaneously to solve. Okay. Let us try to solve this. Let, as you know, no change will occur to the principal. Okay. What is that? 1565 rupees. Okay, dear student. Can you tell what to do with the rate of interest? The rate of interest is to be divided by 4. Turn out to be 4 percentage. Okay, is the rate of interest, then n, that means the number of periods. Just concentrate. You are going to count interest for complete 9 months. 9 month means, dear student, it includes how many quarter of 3 months? Understand, 3 quarters. So obviously you will write here n equal to 3 periods. Okay, dear student. P as it is. Rate of interest to be divided by 4 because it is quarterly, and 9 months means 3 quarters. Understand? Okay. Now let us continue. Formula A equals to P plus R upon 100 raised to n. Okay. Formula needs to be remembered properly. Let us substitute the values. Principal amount given 15625. 1 plus rate of interest is 4% upon 100 raised to the power of 3. One cancellation seems possible here. For 1 ja, for 25 ja. Okay. So how can we write now 15625 into bracket 1 plus 1 upon 25 raised to the power of 3. Now again dear student, taking LCM, 25 is the LCM. 25 1 ja 25 plus 1, 26 upon 25. Let us carry it further here. 15625 into 26 upon 25 raised to the power of 3. Have you got 26? Here a step of taking LCM, 25 1 ja 25 plus 1, 26 upon 25 raised to the power of 3, because the power appears here is 3, so you will write it 3 times. Okay, 26 upon 25, 26 upon 25, 26 upon 25. Anything strikes your mind here? No doubt, no need that what struck to my mind, understand, has to stimulate your brain also. But one thing got clear, 15625. This particular number is a cube of 25 already. 25 into 25 into 25, 15625. Directly you can cancel it. Okay. So what is left in the numerator? 26 into 26 into 26. 26 into 26, dear students, 676. Just multiply with me into 26. 6 6 are 36, 3 carry. 6 7 are 42 plus 3 4 5, 4 carry. Okay, 6 is a 36, 40. Okay, 2 6 are 12, 1 carry. Okay, 15, 1 carry, and 13. Okay, 6 7 5 1 7. You got the answer. It is 17576 rupees. This is what you got. Compounded amount. Okay. This is compounded amount 17,576. Now dear student, let us calculate CI. Compound in equals to A plus P. Write down A first. 17576 minus P, that is 15625. Just the simple subtraction. 6 minus 5 it's 1, 7 minus 2 it's 5, 15 minus 6 9, 6 minus 5 1. Okay, so this is compound interest you got 951. Okay, look at the sum, dear student. Understood? Then one more example I will just now give as an SLP. No doubt we will definitely solve it, but first you need to try by yourself within a period of 3 to 4 minutes, because this type of example are arithmetic and involves some more multiplication and division. So you need to be very conscious when you solve example, understand, and should not perform any division or uh, product mistake. Okay, then you can get the correct answer, right? So is this clear in your mind, right? Okay, dear student, you must have noted down the sum properly, or you just have a look at the example, and if anything left written at the time when I am discussing the example, then you need to first note it down, okay, and see the sum properly. The first step is the presentation of data based on the last word, then formula, and then simple calculations, and then CI, that is A minus P. Okay, so I am writing one more example as an SLP for you just now. Okay, so please note down the example with me and try to calculate it by yourself. Okay, just try to calculate it. One more example. Let us write. Okay, example number 3. Let's write down. It is like find compound interest. Find compound interest on rupees. Find compound interest on rupees 25,000 at on rupees 25,000 at 8% PA. Sometime, dear student, you will encounter such word. PA means per annum. That means the annual rate of interest. Understand? For 6 months. Okay. If interest is calculated quarterly. Okay, please note down the sum and try to solve it by yourself. Okay, note down the given data and try to solve it by you just in a time period of 2 to 3 minutes. Understand? Well, this is my dear student, always remains a highlighter. This word is very important when you solve any example because that last word will decide the method and the presentation of data to be decided by this last very important word quarterly. Understood? Just 2 minutes now, dear student. Make it fast. Okay, then you have to verify with the example I calculate here. You just have to look at it. Okay. Okay, can we continue now? Right? CDS student. First, as you know, let first you write the principle. No changes is going to occur in this 25,000. You must have done this, dear student, during this time. Rate of interest 8% because it is quarterly. You must have divided it by 4 n because you are going to compound the interest quarterly and it's a period of 6 months. That means 6 months includes 2 quarters and 2 quarters. That means you can mention 2 periods. Okay. Then as you know the formula A equals to P into bracket 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n. Let us substitute 25,000 in bracket 1 plus 2 upon 100 raised to 2. Okay, dear student, 2 1 ja, 250 ja. Now this is equal to 25,000 into bracket 1 plus 1 upon 50 raised to 2. Next step, dear student, taking LCM, 50 1 ja 50 plus 1, 51 upon 50 raised to the power of 2. Is it clear? Right? You must have calculated the example. You just need to be watchful. Either you have performed the calculation in same way or in different way. Okay. Next step. This is, dear student, 25,000 into how many times you need to repeat the base twice. Okay. And then start cancellation. 550 ja. Okay. 5 10 ja. 51 into 51, just the question of squaring it. Okay. 51 5 and 25 turns out to be 26. Okay. 2601 rupees. This is compounded amount. Okay. Please calculate or see and come with the sum you have already calculated. Next step, CI A minus P. What is A? Understood. You got it here? Only 10. Okay, okay. This is amount 26010 minus the principal 25,000. So this is going to be 1,010 rupees. Okay, dear student. So you got the answer. Just right. So first you would note down, and then I just want to assess out. Okay, the in the last three lecture number 6, 7 and 8. Okay, and today in lecture number 9, we need to assess out some important points. You must have got the same answer. And important points are, dear student, whenever you solve any example to calculate compound interest, you need to be very sure about this particular highlighter of the sum, the last word. Either the interest is to be compounded annually, semi-annually or quarterly, because that last word is going to decide the method you will follow in solving any particular example. Okay, dear students, so as you know, in lecture number 7 we took only example based on counting interest annually. Lecture number 8 we only took examples to count interest semi-annually, and then in lecture 9 we have today taken example to find compound interest quarterly. Okay, dear student, so this is the way we are completing today the topic of finding compound interest. In the next lectures, we are going to solve some different complicated examples where you may have to sometime find principal, sometime rate of interest, sometime number of period, means number of year or whatever it is. Okay, dear student, so thank you very much.